Welcome back to The Basics with B. Of course, this is our Friday special episode where I go deeper into something that we talked about in the guest episode on Wednesday. So this week we had Samantha Maid, and she and I, among other things, we were talking about sitemaps. And I wanted to create this video walkthrough so you could see exactly how simple it is to submit a sitemap to Google Search Console. So I'm going to walk you through all of those steps today. Now, if you're watching the video, you're seeing my screen and you're seeing that I'm in Google Search Console, but this is how I got here. First of all, I just Googled Google Search Console. There will be links all over the place for this tutorial, so you could just click the link and be taken here. And from there, you're going to end up on this overview tab, so you can scroll down and see all of these fun things. But what I want you to do for this instance, in order to get the sitemap into Google Search Console, is come over here. You're going to see indexing. Then you're going to see sitemaps. I want you to click on sitemaps, and you're going to be directed over here where you will either see nothing down here under submitted sitemaps, or again, if you're looking at my screen, you can see what it looks like once you do have a sitemap that has been submitted. How many times can I say that phrase in one episode? So what we're going to do in order to get a sitemap, if this area is in fact blank, is you don't have to type any of this stuff. Your domain name is already going to show up here. So it will say, for example, for me, it says https://BrittanyHerzberg.com. I think that's a colon. I always get that wrong. We're just going to roll with that. So all I'm going to do is type in sitemap.xml, and I'm doing this one-handed, but I'm going to plug this in so you can see. So it's just sitemap.xml. And then what I'll do is click submit. Now I'm not going to do that because my sitemap is already here, but if I wanted to, just for example's sake, I could submit it again and it would just repeat it. But all you're going to do is click submit. Sometimes what happens at that point is, right now I'm seeing a green success status. Sometimes it will say couldn't fetch data or couldn't fetch. It's something like that, and it's in red script. But if that happens to you, I would say just hit refresh a few times, and generally that's fixed either within a matter of minutes or at least within 24 hours. So if you try to refresh the screen and you keep getting that information, that feedback of couldn't fetch, and it's that red text, just give it a day, come back in about 24 hours, and you will be good to go. So there is nothing else you need to do at that point. Like I'm telling you, it is so simple. I avoided doing this for so long because I thought that it was going to be super complicated, and yet here we are. We're only like 3 minutes into this, and it took no time at all. It will take, like I said, a little bit of time to get the sitemap actually submitted and uploaded to where you're seeing the screen success button. But after that, you're golden. Other than that, one other thing that I like doing inside Google Search Console is submitting a blog. So after I've written a blog, I have published it, and then what I will do is you can see this right here again. If you're looking at my screen, you'll see like 5 or 6 different blogs recently that I posted. So what I do for that is you're going to see that it's already been, what's the word I'm looking for? Indexed on Google. You'll see these green check marks. But all I do once I've published a blog is I copy and paste that URL here into the search bar. I hit enter, it brings up this screen, and at that point everything is gray. I hit request indexing, and it does everything. It indexes it, and it takes maybe, I think the longest time it's taken for me is about 3 minutes or so. So that is it, my friend. That is thing one that we did, was submitting a sitemap to Google Search Console. That you do once, you do not need to come back and do that again. And then thing 2 is when you've published a new blog, that was just a little bonus tip for you since I was over here, you can copy paste that URL, request indexing, and that enables your individual blog posts or individual web pages to then be picked up. So you could do this request indexing for new case study pages, new blog posts. Let's say you create a new services page or a new sales page. All of those pages, whenever you create a new web page and you want it to be found online in a search result, that's when you're going to come over here and do this request indexing. So that is all I've got for you today. I hope that was super helpful. It was definitely helpful when I learned it, and it's quick it's, again, like the sitemap, you're not coming back in and doing anything to it. And then for the blog posts or the new web pages, you're just doing that as you create blogs or web pages. If you have any questions, you've got all of my contact information. Just find me, ask the question, and I'll get back to you soon.